There's a lot of violence in the Bible, but this is one of the most disturbing stories. A man and his concubine were traveling through the town of Gibeah. Now, at first, no one welcomed them, so they decided to spend the night there. An old man heard about this and invited them to stay in his home. But as night fell, a wicked group of men surrounded the house, pounded on the doors, and demanded that the old man give them the men so they could abuse him. And when the old man refused, they threatened to kill him if he didn't cooperate. So, in a moment of cowardice, the traveler grabbed his concubine, pushed her outside, and told the men that they could have her. And that's when he shut the door, leaving the woman to the mercy of these wicked men. And as the men dragged her away, the woman began to cry out for help. And the traveler heard her cries, but he did nothing. And as the men dragged her further away from the house, she became weaker and weaker until she collapsed at the doorstep. And when the men realized that she was no longer moving, they slipped away into the darkness. Now, at first light, the traveler went outside to check on her, only to find her lifeless body at the threshold of the house. And when he realized that she had died, he became enraged. And in his grief and his outrage, he cut her into 12 pieces and sent her throughout Israel, calling for a revolt against the tribe of Benjamin. And it's a gruesome story, but it serves a purpose. It shows the depths of moral chaos that Israel had sunk into. The book of Judges sums it up with these haunting words, "In those days there was no king in Israel. Everyone did what was right in his own eyes." It was a time of lawlessness and violence, and this story is a stark reminder of what happens when a society turns away from God's ways. And as we read this horrifying story, we must remember that it's not just a tale of the past. It's a warning for all of us who live in a postmodern world where people are still doing what's right in their own eyes. The Bible warns us that if we abandon God's ways and His Word, our society will descend into chaos and violence. But the good news is that God still sits on the throne, and if we turn back to Him, He will give us another chance. Let's make sure we don't waste it.